Welcome everyone aboard the Insurgencies podcast. I'm your host, Nicholas Kosmatopoulos, Associate Professor of Politics and Anthropology at the American University of Beirut. Today's episode is dedicated to a mission of conviction and courage, profound courage, a mission of solidarity to Palestine. As the genocide in Gaza enters its final phase, a coalition of international activists is preparing to challenge a 17 years old long naval blockade in a direct act of solidarity. Global Sumud Flotilla brings together activists from 44 countries on more than 60 ships, currently sailing south of Crete on the way to Gaza. Last night, 11 of these vessels, if I'm not wrong, were attacked by drones. Of course, we can imagine who sent out these drones. We are honored to be joined by one of the passengers on this, of this effort, one of the activists of this effort. Joining us on the podcast is Kostas Fourikos, an activist and core member of the Ships to Gaza Greece movement, of the March to Gaza Greece movement. Kostas, thank you for taking the time to speak with us, especially during such a critical and, you can imagine, stressful moment. Your presence here is a powerful reminder that the conscience of the world is not silent. We want to understand and not just the logistic of the mission, but also the spirit behind it. So I want to ask you first, where are you now? Where are you now, and what is the situation on the ships?
First, I would like to thank you for the invitation and also for the way you described us, our mission, our efforts. As we are speaking, we are at the southeast of Crete. It's 6 ships of us. It's the Greek part of the global Sumud Flotilla. Same time, the main part of the fleet comes from Italy, and now they are at the southwest of Crete. As you already know, last night, the third attack by the our ships, part of ships, the ships that are now Gargafos, let's say, for the people to understand correct more clearly. They got hit by drones, and mechanisms as smoke grenades and other chemical, also flame bombs, weapons that are usually used in demonstrations. And most people know them. Of course, we know that these attacks aim to fear us, to make us frightened. But I have to say that I want to say to you and all the people that are listening that the morale is very high in all the flotilla right now. These attacks are strengthening us. We see them as a joke compared to what the Palestinians are going through. And I mean the genocide, I mean the ethnic cleansing, I mean this disaster that is happening because of the Zionist entity and its allies, because of the complicity of most of the governments, including the Greek government and the Greek state. I have to say also that we think, even for the yesterday attack, that the Greek state has responsibility, because we and the rest of the ships are in what is called the SAR, the Greek SAR, Search and Rescue section. The Coast Guard, the Greek Coast Guard, has been informed from the first time, from the very beginning of the yesterday attack, and nothing was done by them. What else can I say about this? We are ready to join the fleets to combine the fleets right now. And the final phase of the journey begins. We are sailing towards Gaza.
Okay, thank you so much. That's very powerful message that you are sending. I want to ask about the connection with the sea. You know, Greece, coming from Greece, being on a ship in Greek waters, and given that Greece has a profound relationship with the sea, it's a nation of sailors, fishermen, and islanders. How does this connection actually play out in the flotilla? Do you see some particular sense of intimacy, of connection, of relationship with the maritime profession, people at sea or in Greece that are working with the sea, port workers, captains? I mean, I know that you left the port of Syros, and it was a very powerful also imagery back then. A few days ago, when many people paid you farewell, it was hundreds of people at the port. But I'm asking in particular, about the Greek connection to the sea, and especially, the maritime aspect of this operation. How does it play it out?
Okay. Yes, I think you're right. Sea is a special part of Greece, a special part of Greek soul, and that's also the reason that all the previous flotillas past, have started from here. There were people ships. One of our ships is named after him, to honor him. People like Perseus and other people from Greece that had also the spirit and the political aim to help Palestine and Gaza, but also had, because of where Greece is placed in the world, they have the opportunity to organize undercover in a grassroots effort. So this is an inspiration, and of course Greece and all the Mediterranean countries, they are a place that efforts like this are being organized. Yes, what I can say to you is that also in Syros, in Milos, and in many other parts of Greece, these hundreds of people, I don't know, maybe it's thousands already. They have worked day and night. They have worked voluntarily in order to make all the arrangements, to make the ships suitable for sailing, to make a lot of arrangements about human resources, natural resources, a lot of things. Yes, many of them are people of the sea, are people who live on islands and on other ports and places in Greece that they have the knowledge and they have the experience. But the most important thing is that they had the belief in the such a
Kostas, we are losing the signal. Maybe it's also not a bad idea if you want to even switch off your camera to be able for your voice to come. Because I have one more question for you before you go on with your tasks on the ship. What is exactly your sense of the mission? What do you think you can achieve? What are your hopes and your aspirations? Given, of course, the recent attacks, you said before that you don't feel threatened about it from them, but still, I can imagine that there is a lot of anxiety on board. How would you measure, how would you sense, the mission, this mission? I mean, what would be the hope to achieve the achievement? Yes, I mean, would you be happy? I mean, happy in the sense of content if you reach Gaza, of course, I can imagine. But given that previous efforts didn't reach Gaza and they were contained by the Israeli military, what would be the symbolic, at least, level of success, let's say, for this mission for you?
Okay. Let's see how much we can carry. Small, cannot show it. But the want to deliver this Flotilla mail, the mission is to show to break the seeds, break the illegal seeds. Israel is enforcing the people of Gaza. So we want to break the seed. We want to show the world how this can happen. Sea is a route, is a way to reach Gaza. And no one is interfering. So Egypt is on other countries. It's the sea in Gaza. So we want to show clear that what Israel is doing, the naval blockade is illegal, and we want to show the government, institutions, the whole world that this is the way that the humanitarian aid, that the humanitarian crisis, that the genocide can be avoided, at least at some part. We want to show the world that we must act now. We don't have much time. We don't have any time, to be honest. We must act now, and we must enforce to Israel. We must stop Israel committing genocide, committing ethnic cleansing. We have to do whatever we can about this goal. So that we will be happy when we reach Gaza, and we think we will. And we will be happy to confront everyone who stands in front of us while we're trying to do that.
Thank you, Kostas. You told us also a bit about the Greek state. You know, you said before that the Greek state is complicit to what's happening in Gaza. Given that you are out in Greek waters now and you are under threat, have you reached out to the state asking for assistance, for protection? I know that some states pledged a form of protection, you know, especially Spain, as of yesterday. What is the situation with the Greek state vis-a-vis its complicitness to complicit role to what's happening in Gaza, as you said before, and vis-a-vis the flotilla, the ships?
Yes, we keep asking for the Greek state. We are Greek citizens. We asked and we keep asking that the state has to do its duty, has to. We are Greeks. We have tax. Many of us, others don't, but we are Greek. Yes, they have to do their duty, but we're not sure that. To be honest, I told you before that the Greek government, there are ministers that even now they only care to say and to make us know how much they admire Israel, like Georgiadis. We have others that we have the prime minister who is afraid to say the word genocide. At the same time, the United Nations, they're saying we're facing a genocide. We have alignment. We have alliances between Greek and Israel, between Greek state and Israel. We had a lot of evidence that shows that give us little, you know, we don't have to generate so many. We keep asking for the simple thing. They have to assist everyone that is taking part in a humanitarian effort, in a peaceful effort, and most of all, because you know these are the days that a lot of European countries take the decision to
I hear you. So what are your plans now? What are your next plans?
our next plan for now. Just to finish the previous sentence, that I'm saying that just the recognition, we asked from the Greek government to cut the ties with Israel. We asked from the European countries also they recognize Israel, cut the diplomatic ties with, if they recognize Palestine, cut the diplomatic ties with Israel and help in a true way the Palestinian people. So our plans now are we're leaving soon and we are merging the fleet south of Crete and we're heading towards Gaza. Now it's the time.
So when do you plan to reach Gaza?
You know, we spoke about sea before. Sea is a place that a lot of things change all the time. So the weather mainly. But I think when we join forces, we will have like 4 or 5 days of trip if everything is fine with the weather. At least that's the time that we calculate that we also have contact with the IOF vessels.
So I hope the Poseidon is and the gods of the sea are with you for sure. They should be, yes. And a last question, or kind of a last message. Do you have something to say to the people of Gaza who are probably also watching the ships, but they also in a much difficult situation right now. It's an impossible situation where they are in. Do you have something to say to them and something to say to the entire world that is also watching?
For the people of Gaza, I want to say that we want to meet them as soon as possible, and are sorry that we are late, and we are sorry that we could not do much more. And to the people of the world, I want them to act because you know what we are doing now is not the solution. It's a part maybe of the solution, but the real solution depends on the societies. It depends on the movements of the people. So now is the time to act in solidarity of Palestine. We ask you to keep your eyes on our fleet, but most of all to keep your eyes on Palestine and on Gaza. That's all.
Great. Well, I wish all the forces of the sea and the wind and the earth are with you, and I'm sure that the rest of the world is with you, and wishing you a swift journey to Gaza.
Thank you.
Thanks for being aboard, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. This was the Insurgencies episode number 4, continuing on oceans of Palestine. See you next time. Take care.